Good day, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Intimate Conversations with Isa Favored. You know, where we got to talk about life. We talk about everything that happens in Bilwen. And have you subscribed? Like Jay, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe and you click the notification button. Let's grow, man. Let's have more people subscribing. The more we share, as you share the link with people, remind them to subscribe to the channel. And you know, conversations are done every second week on a Sunday afternoon when you relax, you've done everything, you're relaxing, and then your girl comes in to say, let's have conversations together about issues of life. Today, we were supposed to have this conversation last year, but then life happened, so this is the right time for us to have this conversation. I have a guest where we're going to talk about life when you lose a loved one. As a woman, a young woman, I'll say young because I think according to the age I'm at now, old is 70. Anything below 70 is still young. So if you're 20 and you're thinking 40 is old, catch up on this conversation 20 years down the line, then you'll agree with me that, old is 70. So yes, when you have your childhood sweetheart leaves you, how do you navigate that? It's one of those difficult things that no one ever wishes for, but life happens. I have with me Thembi Mkhumbane Dube. Thembi Mkhumbane, Miss D. She goes by Miss D. Mrs. D. She's Mrs. D. Professionally, she's a nurse, and she's been for 19 years now. But now she no longer works in the nursing. She works as a medical case adjudicator dealing with IOD issues. IOD issues after this, because she's not here for that. She's a mother to 4 beautiful kids, 1 son and 3 girls. And she will take us through her journey. You know, when 2020 COVID happened, we were not ready. And we were not ready to the effects of it, where, a number of people lost their loved ones. Thembi is one of those. I remember personally when I saw on Facebook, and I could not believe it, that it had happened, because I also knew her husband. But welcome, Thembi.
Thank you.
You're looking very beautiful, as always.
And you too.
Always. And thank you for agreeing to come and share your story. Anyone who knows you, whether personally or know you on Facebook, when the news came, that notification popped. Anyone who knows you, who knew you as a couple, was not left untouched. Anyone who would say they were not touched, But look at you. You are here, survived with a story to tell. It was 2020, am I right?
2021.
2021.
January.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Take us through that day, and then we'll work.
I remember my husband, in December, he had to go to a wedding, for his brother's wedding. And then when he came back, he went to work. And he said to me, Thembi, 3 of our colleagues have passed away. And now I don't feel good. He said, what's wrong? He said, I suspect I've got COVID. And she was like, go and test. My husband, like, what to know, I don't want to know. I just want to go to the doctor. And I don't want to go to the hospital. As soon as I could see, this person has got COVID. But he said to me, you know what, Thembi, if you take me to the hospital, it's going to be like, I will die and I won't be able to see you and the kids. And that on its own will kill me. Then I said, no, it's fine. Let's go to the doctor. Went to the doctor, got the medication, started his treatment and everything. And then we started quarantining him. And I will sleep with the kids. He will be on his own. And you'll only see the kids like on the window, we'll show him the kid. Because remember by then, I just had a baby.
You
My
had a
baby
2-month
Yeah, 2-month-old
old
baby.
baby.
And a fresh cesarean section.
Yes.
So I had to take care of him. So yeah, he was fine. Actually, he managed to go through the days up until day 13. You remember the
Isolation.
incubation period was 14 days. Ne? So it was day 13. I remember it was around 12 at midnight. And he called me, he said, babes, Biala. And then I went there and he said to me, Thembi, let's go outside. Let's just go and chill. He was fine. It was just like you and me chatting. And there were no signs of any distressing or anything. He was just fine. We just went outside, we sat, and then he started talking. He said to me, you know what, my wife? Ngiyakuthanda Thembi. And then he said, and ngiyabonga ukuthi awuzange ufostele ukuthi ngesibhedlela because vele I was going to die just because I couldn't see you and the kids. But ngiyabonga mfati wami, Thembi, there's nothing that you haven't done for me. La endlini kungathi it's like a chemist. There's no medication that is not there. You even bought a nebulizer to nurse me. Thembi, you've done everything. He was fine, you know. And then I was like, Zaki, why ngathi ufuna ungena mfelo kati? Wathi kimi, no, babes. Angiyinzawo. I'm not going to leave you. But I need to appreciate you while I'm still alive. Ngiyakuthanda mfati wami and ngiyabonga. Ngithi uyangithusa wena. Yabo ngithi uyangithusa Zaki. No. But there's a spirit that's busy following me. Yabo ngithi mina, Zaki, don't say that. Please fight. No, I'm fighting, but sithi the spirit kuyogcina sona. Ngithi Zaki, angeke ungende njalo. No, I'll fight, babes. Don't worry. Then sangena endlini, I think sihleli ngaphandle about 30 minutes. And then we went inside. And then ngathi, let's go and sleep. But no, I feel like if ngiyolala, I'm not going to wake up. So I'd rather sit. Then I said, no, it's fine. I'll sit with you. I fall asleep. La kulep yakhe, ne? I think about 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I could hear him distressing, man. She started distressing, sweating. And then I woke up. I said, Zaki, what's happening? I said, babes, namanga what's going on? Fonele mawaki. Man, hey, nang Zaki la uyangishintshela. I don't know what's happening. Mawazakele, I be like, okay, no, don't stress. Utoba right. Afonele Siswazakele phoned us. And then we started praying. They prayed over the phone. Chandega, na husband waki Tapela Mkhani. They started praying. We were praying, we prayed and prayed. And then he said to them, no, don't worry, don't stress, I'll be fine. You know? Then my husband said to me, Tim, I'm going to nebulize. Went to the bedroom and then he said, as I was busy connecting the nebulizer and everything, when I turned around, it was like Ngati, he was running away or something. He just stood up and then he went back and sat. And then he bowed his head. And that was it.
That was it.
Yo. Yes, Namsa. That was the worst day of my life.
I can imagine.
But then I started screaming and shouting, calling my son. I didn't actually know what to do.
Yes.
My son started calling everyone, but like,
yeah.
I was in a state, Bafika, and then started all the preparations and everything. But losing my husband's system, and that one was my childhood sweetheart.
Yes.
Like I was with him for, I think it was 21, we were going to 21 years.
Together.
Yeah, and then he even said to me, I was about to turn 40 that year. He even said, babes, you know what? I'm going to throw a big party for you. And if Kokozwane was still alive, I was going to go back and pay more lobo. Because my husband, one lobo like I think I 4, I 3.
Okay.
Yeah, the third time he went there and said, Kokozwane, ngitektok pansela. Just to say thank you for the wife that you've given me. West 4, he was like, after this last born, the fourth one, he said, you know what, babes, if Kokozwane was still alive, I was going to go back and pay more lobola to say, Koko, this is your pansela for giving me such a beautiful wife that has born a lot of children for me.
For me.
So, yeah, Sis Namsa, it was hectic.
Yeah.
It was hectic. you know, you have to fight with the in-law. Actually, they didn't fight me per se, but there were lots of talks. And some of them, they could tell me. But luckily, none of them will come straight to me and tell me,
And
this
tell
is what you did. You've killed Zakhele. And Zakhele this, Zakhele that. You know, there were lots of things. You know, I so wish, but there is this show, they call to assist Bafelogati how to deal with such situation when you are
Pressures,
in that
yes.
situation. Because, yeah, there's lots of pressures from the in-laws, but I was brave. And I had a strong support system from my family.
Okay, that's good.
And also the Dube family, they were very supportive. I don't want to lie. And then the way my mother-in-law's family, of which I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
them.
when it's not about them, yes.
But they were the one that were negative.
Yeah.
But the rest, shame. Hence, I managed to pull through, but it was hard. Sis Namsabeng, that's almost every day. Yep. Nizilile. There were times whereby I will cry and then my kids will come and then will sit next to me and then they will start crying also. We'll just cry. And then there was this other day I said to myself, why don't I just kill myself and the kids and just follow him? You know, I think it was 3 months later and I started having these thoughts of killing myself and the kids. And then I said to myself, you know what, I think I need help. Because I had this thing of saying, I'm a psychiatric nurse and I've nursed people with psychiatric problems. I can do it myself. I can nurse myself. I don't need to see a shrink. No.
Yeah.
But hey, I really needed it.
A doctor cannot doctor themselves.
No.
They cannot, so you were no exception.
No.
Yeah.
Sis Namsa, I remember I used to talk to Portia, the psychologist. She used to call me, actually, she used to come to my house and check on me. And then I said, Portia, I think I've got a problem. And then she said, serious, Thembi? Because she used to say, Thembi, you must come for a session. I said, no, I'm fine. Because actually with depression, Sis Namsa, you cannot force anyone
to go for help.
For help, yeah. That thing must come within that person to say, you know what, I think I've got a problem. I need help. You know. And then when I started drinking a lot and I couldn't sleep, I would sleep for an hour. Then when I woke up, I start crying and then I start drinking again.
So you'll drink even at night?
So, yeah. It was so bad.
So, because sometimes people will say drink because then alcohol will make you sleep, it will numb, it will not do that.
It couldn't. It will just numb me for an hour. And then after an hour, I'm fully awake and I need more drink. I couldn't believe that my husband could. And then I started writing on Facebook. You know, people used to think I needed attention when I wrote on Facebook. But in actual fact, I just needed the words, everything that you were writing, like, Thembi, you'll be fine. I just needed those words.
Comfort.
The comfort.
Yes.
The comforting words and the motivating words. Some of them will be widows. They've been widows for a long time and they will tell me, Thembi, you will live to live. You will learn to live with the pain. Don't worry. It's in Jahani. How do you go? How do you pass through this?
You could not see life beyond.
No. I couldn't, Sis Nams. I couldn't. And luckily, at work, they allowed me in my mourning state because I had to mourn for 6 months. So they said to me, I can work from home.
Okay.
So I was working from home. But still, it was so hard.
Yeah.
I even told myself, so I said, you know what, financially, I'm okay. But emotionally, I'm not okay. I need my husband. I still can't believe that the man that I love for 21 years is no more. How am I going to survive? Actually, with these kids, I even had a dream about him saying to me, Thembi, I told you once that you will never suffer when I'm still alive, even when I'm dead with all these kids. You'll be fine. And it's true.
You are okay.
So this Portia used to call me and she called me the other day and I said, Portia, you know what? I have suicidal thoughts. I think I need help, Manj.
So it helped actually being a psychiatrist because you could identify that these are suicide
I've got a problem.
and the ability to talk about it.
Yeah. Because at first, isn't it? It's going to be shock, and then you're denying it, and then you're bargaining it, you're fighting it, and then after you start having this suicidal thoughts. But when I started having, I said, yeah, I know, I think I've got a problem. I really need help, man. And also, I was drinking a lot, thinking maybe it will ease the pain. No, it actually worsened the problem. Yo, I was so fat. I was so ugly. Yo.
Not ugly.
It was so bad. Depression.
Yeah.
Yo, depression is so bad. And then, Portia, I don't want to go to Akeso because, I know my colleagues, I know, it's either they're going to start crying or they're going to hug me and then they will set me back. I said, I don't want to go there. I know they love me so much and they know how much I love my husband and how much my husband loved me. So I don't want to go there. Portia, she's a nice psychologist, that one. She arranged for me to see the psychiatrist in her rooms.
Okay.
Dr. Mtibi had to come from his rooms at Akiso to Portia's rooms to see me. And then I think I didn't attend even a lot of sessions. I spoke to them, I cried and everything. And then they put me, because I couldn't sleep for almost 3 months, they put me down, they gave me medication. Sis Namsa, I only took those medication for a month.
Okay.
Until one day when I went to Dr. Mtibi, I said, Dr. Mtibi, I'm so worried about my kids. My kids, they're not moaning. Instead, it's like they are protecting me. Every time they see me crying, they will come around and sit next to me and start crying also. And it worries me because I don't know what's going to happen in the end to them. What's give me? You know what, Thembi? Really, they're not moaning. Actually, they are now worried about the parent. Yes. What's going to happen? If this one dies, then what's going to happen to us?
Yeah.
Yes. So I had to pull myself up. And the more you go down, Thembi, the more you sink down to that depression, you're taking your kids with you. And you don't know what's going to how they're going to react. Some, they end up being drug addicts. Some become, they do prostitutions. They do a lot of things. So in order to save your kids, you need to pick yourself up. And I'm not pushing you, but it needs to come from inside to say, you know what, I think I'm done with this. And then he said to me, and I used to ask stupid question, and I would say to Dr. Mtibi, do you think my husband is with me? Do you think he's seeing everything? And, I say, yeah, he's with you. Don't worry.
I don't think it was stupid questions. You were processing everything that was happening.
Yeah. After that session, I remember I said to myself, you know what? My husband is not coming back. But what about Laba and Selinab? Do I really need Bandwana Labatoba Janjan Babe Madlong Bandwan? No. I need to pick myself up. Started picking myself up because they look up to me.
Yes.
If you're depressed, they become depressed. And then I started noticing when I'm happy, now they start becoming happy. And when I'm with people and I'm happy, I could see in their faces, they lighten up. I said, you know what? I'm doing this for my kids now.
My kids.
I love my husband. My husband is not coming back. But my kids actually need me now. So I need to pick myself up. I only drank those tablets for a month. Then after I was fine. And I started to looking at myself and I said, you know what, Thembi? You're beautiful.
Yes.
You're beautiful. And more people need people like you to see what, there's still life even though you've lost a loved one.
Yeah.
You can still live.
Yes.
You can still be happy.
Yes.
And when I look at my kids, they were the one that would pick me up and say, you know what? So everything,
it was a process.
And then I was fine. Here I am.
Here you are.
Now I'm smiling. I can even talk about it without even crying. Okay, even though I wanted to cry now.
And it's normal. It's normal. It doesn't make you any weak. It doesn't make you. But it says you cannot talk about such a life-changing incident without
being
be
emotional.
emotional about it, then it will not be real. It will be, because it was life changing.
It was,
When you have a your child, he was your childhood
Yeah.
sweetheart. Like,
I met this man when I was only 19 years old.
you can imagine.
And he engaged me when I was 21. 22 years he started paying lobola. 23 paid lobola. 24 he paid lobola. That man loved Mrs. Nomsa. And in 2018 in 2005 we had our first baby. I remember it was my last year at college.
Yes.
So I had our first baby. The next year after 2 years, 2008,
2008, yes.
we had our second baby. And he went back to my grandmother and said, you know what, I know, I'm done, but I need to say thank you to Gogo Zwane. Went back to Gogo Zwane, to my grandmother, because you remember,
You were raised by
I was raised by my grandmother. So he went back to Gogo Zwane and said, Gogo, I'm just here to say thank you for such a beautiful wife who has just given me such beautiful kids. Even manje, this fourth one, he was like, Thembi, if Gogo Zwane was still alive, I was going to go back and say, thank you, Gogo.
There is no way then, Thembi, that when you lose someone like that, it does not hit you hard.
No. Especially if you love that person and you love each other. Sis Nomsa, hey, I've never felt like that. I lost my parents when I was very young. I lost my grandmother. I've never felt such a pain.
That kind of a pain.
Yes, I cried for my grandmother, but not like the way I cried almost the whole year. And then Seguba, let me not talk about my in-laws. But all I can say is, I think the best way to deal with them, with the in-laws that are negative, is just to cut them off.
Yeah.
For your own sanity and peace, you just need to just cut them off. That's what I did. I just said, you know what? I tried my best with reconnecting, even after my husband has passed away. But you still keep on hurting me and saying all the bad things about me. So I think the best way is just to cut you off my life. In any way, some of them, they didn't even like my kids. So the only person that I know is my husband. Okay, maybe, and some of his sisters. But then I said, you know what? I'm not gaining anything from you guys. Instead, I can't even moan my husband
properly.
Yeah, properly. Instead, I'm busy focusing on my issues when you know they were saying bad things, very bad things. And I just said to myself, the best way is just to cut you off my life.
Yeah.
My kids, I'm not saying they mustn't go to them. It's up to them.
If they want to go,
if they want to go, they can go. It's their family. But the Dube family, Shama, don't want to lie. They're very nice. They're supportive. Bayasnaga nebantwana, bayasati, Aishem. And then my family also is very supportive. Yes. I think if you have a strong supportive system from both sides, you can pull through this. It's just that Bandu Sisnamsa, when a husband passed away, they think you've got money.
Yeah, they sit and do, somebody sits out there and does calculations on your behalf.
Yes.
On your behalf.
Yes. Uthi Thembi, now that in the Zake Ishonile. And it's something that they don't understand. Uthi, I've got kids. And if Bogyangam system said the way Bebangala Gutunyabangi Malangakona, but because I'm not that type and I'm not like that, and it's not like it's a big man. Actually, my in-laws, they just need to understand. I see Mali, it's nothing. I've got kids to raise.
To take care of.
Yes. Actually, in my case, my firstborn, university. My last born, crash. Then you can imagine the two, they're still in between. You understand?
You had a 2-month-old baby, like 2 months, that's...
And people, they expect you've got money, they want money. No, man.
The truth is that even if you do have money, it's your money. Even if you do have it.
Says, and it's even worse meaning at sebendela food.
Yes.
Yes, ngiyat sebendela. You know, vele izakhele umentela vele bekumele angivele bekaba maintain appeal.
So you must continue taking care
but
of
them. They take advantage ukuthi you've got money and no man.
I think it's a societal thing that if you generally talk to somebody who has a woman who has lost a husband, there is always that there's the in-laws and society at large. Then they look at you and start thinking, forgetting. I remember you were saying to me the other day that there were things you did not even know how to do.
Yeah, bo. Yes, it's not
like you did not know. Now you must learn.
Let me tell you something. The only thing that I knew to do with my money, I only knew how to pay my accounts. Mm-hmm. I only knew how to pay my car.
Yes.
My husband was doing everything.
Everything.
He was paying school fees, transport, medical aid, insurances. On top of that, I'm expecting and he was doing all that. And mind you, now, konke lokho sokufuna uqala ukuchanelela kuqale phansi ufunze wena tonke letinto longakaze watenda
your whole life.
I've never. I had to go ngihambe ngo-register medical aid. I had to go ngihambe ngiyowati ukuthi konje school fees kubhadala malini la lesikole lesilana bekabhadala malini i-transport benibhadala. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
All I knew was to buy groceries and buy my kids clothes. And that's it. And receiving money. And that's it. You understand? And bandu aba understand ukuthi umushonelwe, instead of getting more money, there's more responsibilities
added on you.
Yes.
Yes. And I can imagine, because you've lost this person, every time you must do this thing that he used to do, it does.
Sisi, my plumbing. I must be the one. Plumber. I was never used to do that. My husband used to do all those things. You understand? My husband used to find someone to come and fix the car.
Now you must.
I remember this other time being puma endlini. Mansing reverse moto ngevalvili ponchile. I'm 17. I don't have a husband. Luckily, Shem, I've got great, good neighbors. Bangbona. One of my neighbors was Suga Beta Shem. Babuya bangkumlela vili. But understand Shem, you know, this one I sana ban. Bangkumlela bangfasa. But yeah, all I can say is, it's so hard. Losing a partner.
It's hard.
Especially someone that loved you.
Yes.
I always say, you know what, I don't think I'll ever be able to love again. I know they say to me, Thembi, you're still young, you can, but to me, I'm like, I will never find another Zakele. That man loved me. And I always tell my friends, you know what, even if I can date, but because I knew what love is. So,
you were blessed.
I was.
You were blessed. Few people are able to talk the way you talk. Yes, so you should count yourself blessed in that department, that you were really blessed to experience a love so beautiful that had to end early.
Yeah.
You know, I think I always say that when you get to your 40s, you're entering a different stage in your life. Your relationship will have changed to a different direction. True. But life had it that you had to experience the love that you had at that time, and you treasure those memories.
You know, System said the way I treasured it, you know what I did? All the pictures that I had in my phone, I printed all of them. You know, by then, if you would have come to my house, each and every wall had a picture of us. Like sitting room, passage, my bedroom, the kids' bed. You know, I love that man. And I don't think there will be anyone that will love me like he did. We'll don't know.
We'll never know.
But never say never.
That's why I'm not agreeing to that one. I said, we'll never know. It may just be that you are one of the few women who in life will experience love, will visit them the second time around. Don't write yourself off.
True.
just be open to whatever. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, you've
come,
experienced a beautiful
True.
love
True.
in your lifetime.
True, sis
In your
Nomsa.
lifetime. Now, you've spoken about the support system of your family. Did you have girls that also played a supportive role? Your girls in your friends in your circle?
Yeah, my friends. My friends, Shem, yeah, they did. Shem. Actually, you know what? Facebook was so good to me.
It was good.
Every time I posted something, I would post even around one to show with Sangalad. But I'm telling you, the comments, they really lifted me up. They really, like, I could feel, which, you know what, at least there are people out there that can feel my pain. I'm not alone. Even though there were people that were saying, Thembi, just want attention. No, it was not attention. I needed to hear or to read whereby someone has written, Thembi, it's going to be okay. This too shall pass.
Yes,
You will live to learn. You learn to live with the pain. And I did learn to live with the pain. I did. I remember Ntombi, my friend, and I forgot her name, but they are widows. They used to call me and tell me, Thembi, this too shall pass. We've been there. And you learn to live with the pain. The pain doesn't go away because you always have these memories, and every time you think about it, the pain comes back. So, but you live to learn with it. You learn to live with it because you've got kids to raise. Your kids are looking up to you, and if you go down, especially I'm saying to all the people that are depressed, you know what, Sis Nomsa? Actually, I know. I always say, sometimes depression, it's within you. If you want to be healed. You can be healed by saying, I love myself. I want to be happy. And if this person caused me pain, why can't I shift this person in my life? If I can't change anything, if Mkhumbane, this person, or this situation cannot be changed, why can't I move from this
What
situation?
can I control?
Yes.
What is within my control?
Yes. You know, and sometimes if, you don't want to leave this person, then try to avoid things that makes you unhappy. Like, if maybe you are married and it's a phone that calls you and that you see everything is happening in that phone, avoid it. And if you didn't hear anything, why following it? Because that thing will cause you pain. And if it's money problem, if there are things that you cannot change, try to live with the money that you have and be happy. And try to avoid being unhappy. Sometimes we cause ourselves, someone, what for? Look yourself in the mirror and see this beautiful person
that you are.
And say, you know what? I am beautiful. And I need to be happy. And it must come, like everything must be about me. And the happiness comes within you.
And fight. And I know that somebody may be sitting there and saying, you guys are talking about it to make it sound so easy. We are not saying it's easy.
It's not easy, Sis Nomsa.
It's not like you're going to wake up and press a button and say, doop. No. But there must be that willingness.
Yes. And say, you know what? If it's a job, and I'm going to work, every time I'm at work, I'm always unhappy. Confront that person. If the situation is unsolvable, then move. Request to be moved or to be shifted. But do something. But never allow yourself to be unhappy because it's depression. You're not happy. And the minute you're not happy and it's a situation that you cannot change, you start sinking into that.
Deeper into this
The best thing that has ever happened to me was to go and see a psychologist and a psychiatrist.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it's not much that you do. You just talk to these people. You cough out everything that's within you, that's bothering you. And they assist. And people, they say, Mina, I cannot go and see a shrink.
Anghlanye.
And
it's got nothing to do.
Yes. Ubone bantu, Sis Nomsa, they don't even want to go to Akeso, saying,
Yeah, that's sad.
It is.
It's
and
sad.
When you'll find out You're the one that's got more problems.
Because these ones, they are given skills to manage and cope with their problems, where now you are laughing at them.
And we're so lucky in Mpumalanga, we've got this hospital. And it's really assisting. I've worked there. I'm telling you, Sis Namsa. People will come there looking down like this with their faces. But I'm telling you, when they come out, they're happy. And they're smiling.
Yeah.
I always say to them, you know what, I so wish. Even among figure, I will interview you. And then I will say to you, you know what? I know maybe you're asking yourself, but what am I doing here? And you're asking yourself, but I think I've made a wrong decision for coming here. No, you didn't. I so wish I could take a picture of you now. And then the day you come out of this hospital, you will see a big difference. Actually, Bandu, abangumelanga bahlale ne-depression
without seeking help. Because help is out there.
It's out there. If you don't have a medical aid, government hospitals,
they have those.
They have
employed psychologists.
Yes. And they are well trained. They've got psychiatrists in government hospitals. Go there and seek help.
I think what is critical, it's acknowledging. You see, when you started, you were saying, you realize that I'm drinking too much. I am, when that acceptance, because I think what becomes a problem is when we are in denial of what is going on around you. So you had to come to face with yourself and say, Portia, I think I need help.
I've got a problem.
I've got a problem.
Portia, I remember she even said to me, Sister Thembi, and you look different. I'd say no. It's because I'm drinking too much. I'm drinking almost every day, and I thought maybe this thing will take away the pain. I know I've been telling people, I guess, don't drink too much, but it doesn't take the pain out. But I was doing it.
You found yourself there.
But the minute I started having suicidal thoughts of killing me and my kids, I said, now I need help.
This is...
So, Bandu, mabanga sabi sis Nomsa. Depression it's a killer disease, actually.
Yeah.
It is a killer disease. And because it creates a lot of heart problems, high blood pressures, because of depression. So people shouldn't be afraid to go and seek help. There is help out there.
Yeah.
But also it must first come within you to say, you know what? I need help. Because sometimes but because we're not saying you don't see anything wrong now.
You're actually looking at everyone else who's receiving help and you're thinking, this one's, Mina, I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know when you've got a problem, but you don't realize that I actually have a problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Sisnamsa, Nami really depressed shape your eye.
And you did, you know, the beauty with you, Thembi, is that you, because Mina, the fact that you had dealt with depression, I saw it on Facebook. You wrote about it.
Yes.
You wrote, and because you were dealing with it. And I remember when there was a time where you posted your pictures of your before.
Yeah. What was mentioned? No. It's not even makeup. Yes.
Makeup.
No, it was so bad. Now when I look at myself, I say, you know what, I'm beautiful.
Yes.
I've defeated depression. Now I don't allow anything
to get
anything. I just shift it away and say, you know, even if it's people, I'd rather cut you off my life.
Yeah.
Say, you know what?
You choose your inner your peace to say my peace, my space.
I said to myself, I'm selfish about myself, and I now live for my kids. If when umganwam usihlobo sami uyangikhuba every time angisonzela kuwe uyangikhuba njalo uyangikhuba
then I
don't gain anything but stress la kuwe. I cut you off.
Yeah.
That's how I protect myself. I just cut you off and I block. You know, ngaba nawe bekhona. Conversation, not this person, then him cut her off my life. To me, that person doesn't exist.
Okay.
To me, she can say whatever, fagaze, the stalker, fagaze. But to me, it doesn't exist because this person, like, so
when you say cut off, you mean like cut?
I cut them off.
You don't mean
no, I just cut them off. Yeah. Even my in-laws, I told them, I said, you know what? I think it's best to see. I cut you off.
Mm.
Ngingasethi kami angithi kini.
Yes.
And angisafuni anything, angisafuni any drama in my life. I just want to mourn my husband in peace. Yabo, nje bangikhozela idrama ngiya nokuvula amachindoti yami. So it was a lot. I said, you know what? And I tried, Shem. I tried. Kuthi sonzeta ngibuye nginake. No. I said, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
They're taking away my peace, these people. So
And
those that love me, that will say hi, I will say hi to them, greet them, and that's it. Those then when I was bang kuba vele, to me you don't exist. No more so to me you don't exist because I'm protecting my peace.
Yeah.
Protecting myself. So I know.
When you come with those tendencies, no.
I'm just a good person. I love people. I love socializing. And I'm just a good person, Shem. I know. I know. Maybe even as a speller, I even won Pumalanga's business. I don't remember when was it. 2017, I think, when they started with this awards.
Yes, my awards. Yes,
of Mpumalanga, because I love people. I love my patients. You know, even when I went to the hospital, I remember 7 a.m. just to draw the blood. If you call me saying I love socializing. I'm just that.
You are you're just a warm person who, you know. But
an easy getter, easy goer, something you can say that. But yeah, I'm just like that. But if no. And in order for you to be happy, choose you. Choose the people that are close to you that makes you
those
happy.
that choose you, choose them. Those that don't choose you, let's not choose each other.
Yeah,
Let's just
surround you. And I don't have this thing, but not this thing, a class or in. I don't have a class game in. I mean, I can sit with anyone. Be it lower class, middle class, higher class, anyone. To me, you're just a normal person.
a human being.
You understand? A human being, yes. So, never kind of this, hey, long no. Because the lower class, now, to me, even if the lower class, be happy, I'd rather be with them. And because they make me happy.
And have peace.
Yes. Any pressure. When they 1, 2, 3 just to fit in, no. I mean, if I don't fit in, I just move myself. Then hi, you understand?
And life continues.
Yes. So that's me, sis now.
I'm looking at you, I'm like, Shem, look at her. She's, you know, somebody's going to watch this and probably somebody will watch this going through something,
yes,
where they've also lost their loved one. They're going to listen, they're going to watch this and going to say, if she made it, I can also make it too. You know, you were saying I listened to you when you said there were 2 ladies who were widows who will call you and encourage you and say, Thembi, utoba right.
Yeah, it's
Thembi.
virus and Thembi.
Okay,
yes.
You see, look at you now. You are going to reach other people that you may not reach face to face, but somebody who's watching this will probably, when somebody goes through that, they'll say, no, you know what, I want to watch this conversation, and you have really, You've from the depressed Thembi to this Thembi. You are back to your Thembi who was when Zakhele was still alive.
I think I'm even more.
And you,
I'm joking.
But you've come. You know, we can say you've come full circle where you went through the whole process, and you're parting shot. And what are you going to say? One last words of encouragement to somebody who's lost their loved one, who's lost the love of their lives. What are your parting shots to them?
If it feels like crying, do it. Don't allow people that will tell you, don't cry. Just cry, scream, do it. Because it really helps. If you feel like talking to people, do it. And I think the best thing that really helped me was to go to see a psychiatrist and a psychologist. And it's the best thing. Go see them. They will help you. When you get there, you just cry. You cry like nobody else's business, and nobody will judge you there. Because there are people out there that will judge you and say whatever, but just find peace, be happy, and love yourself. And remember the people that you are with, especially your kids, they need you most. The person that has left you will not come back. You're just left with memories. But these ones, they need you more. So live for them. Thank you.
There you had it, viewers. Live for the ones that remain. And maybe then you're saying, but Mina, I have no one. Maybe we did not have kids. Live for you. You owe it to
True.
yourself to live. The fact that your partner is the one that is gone and you are still here, it means you are not done. You still have a purpose that you need to fulfill. So live. Not just you. Maybe you've lost a mother. Maybe you've lost a sister. Maybe you've lost, we're not just talking the loss of a husband, but maybe you've lost a mother, a sister, a brother, whatever, whoever you have lost, and you feel like life has come to the end. It is not the end. You still have to live.
Still be happy.
Go through the emotions. Go through the motions, cry, do whatever it is that you need to do in order for you to heal. On that note, I have a book that I've written which is called My Journey with God. And that is a book where I talk about my loss of my loved ones. And I talk about how God carried me through. Get a copy of that book. It's on Amazon. If you go on Amazon, you just go and you Google and you will find it. My Journey with God by Nom Sapiri. Yeah, don't look for Isafi, but look for Nom Sapiri. You will find it there. Because loss affects all of us.
Sure.
But you find a way. So today I just wanted Thembi to share her journey of how she navigated and how she has pulled through. You've seen how beautiful she looks. I mean, you look at her today, you're like, yeah. I kept on saying, Thembi umuhle, ungafaki lipstick, say right. And she's like, you sure you're right. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that if you ever find yourself in this situation, you'll look back to this conversation and find courage and be encouraged that life does get better, even though you've lost a loved one. And if you are in the midst of that pain of losing, be strengthened. God is with you. You will be okay. Until next time, take care.